What is up, y'all? It's your boy the Renegade Enigma doing another video, and in this video I'm here to give you the results for WWE Raw's Extreme Rules pay-per-view. And yeah, we're gonna get right into it, right? First things first, they did indeed do a pre-show match, a kickoff match, whatever you want to call it. And that match was Apollo Crews with Titus O'Neil, and he won against Kalisto. And yeah, it was a pretty quick match and whatever. It was at least like a 10-minute match and whatever. And Kalisto came away with a clean win in this match. And like maybe they're gonna continue to feud and whatever. They kind of hinted at some dissension at the end of it between Apollo Crews and Titus O'Neil. Maybe one of them is gonna turn on each other later on, whatever. Maybe like Apollo Crews is gonna go full on like heel whatever after this. But yeah, long story short, Kalisto came away with the win. Lucha, you know how that shit goes. So yeah. But yeah, on to the actual pay-per-view. The actual pay-per-view started with the Intercontinental title match. The champion, Dean Ambrose, putting his title on the line against The Miz with his wife, Maurice. And the stipulation to this match was that if Dean Ambrose got disqualified, he would lose the Intercontinental Championship. And yeah, it was a pretty good match and whatever. It was like lots of moments there that it seemed like they were hinting at Dean Ambrose getting disqualified. Dean Ambrose grabbed the steel chair. There was a lot of like points there he wouldn't break to the 5 count. You know, you have to break the 5 count when you ever have somebody under ropes and whatever. You have to break at least to 4. So you know what I mean. And like if you don't, you get disqualified. But yeah, at one point they were in the match and whatever. Dean Ambrose almost crashed into Maurice, moved out the way, and then Miz almost crashed into Maurice. You know, the typical spot they do in these like wrestling matches with female managers in the ring and whatever. And yeah, the Miz basically turned to Maurice and was like, hit me. You know what I mean? And Maurice slapped the hell out of him. And yeah, the referee was just about to disqualify him, but Dean Ambrose was like, no, they planned it, right? So they kicked Maurice out the ring, out the arena, whatever, right? Like she's no longer the match. So as she's leaving and whatever, I forget what it was. Oh yeah, the referee was looking towards Maurice and whatever. Miz pushes Dean Ambrose into the referee, bumping him outside the ring. The referee's pissed off, like, yo, what the hell? Like he thought he really meant to do that. The referee is just about to disqualify him when he turns back around, face crushing finale. 1, 2, 3. The Miz is your new Intercontinental Champion for the 7th time, and he won this pretty much clean, you know what I mean, except for that little thing with Maurice, but it was pretty much a clean thing. They really didn't need the stipulation at all. But yeah, your 7-time Intercontinental Champion right now is The Miz. Next we have the mixed tag match with Rich Swann and the Boss Sasha Banks. They went against Noam Dar and Alicia Fox, right? And yeah, like Sasha Banks pointed this out on the Talking Raw, which is their post show. Rich Swann actually broke the curse that, you know, there's a curse where if you fight in your own hometown, you're bound to lose that match. And Rich Swann is from wherever the pay-per-view was and whatever, and they actually won. Your winners here, Rich Swann and the Boss Sasha Banks. Hopefully this feud is over with. I seriously doubt it because they want ratings or whatever, so Sasha Banks is going to be there for a while, so yeah, that's the thing. Next we have, for the WWE Raw Women's title, we have, which is a candlestick on a pole match, by the way. We have the champion, Alexa Bliss, putting her title on the line against the former champion, Bayley. And you know, they did this whole thing here where, you know, Bayley can't go extreme. They kept playing on that and whatever. So yeah, unfortunately, everybody was right. Bayley couldn't get extreme and whatever. Alexa Bliss got the candlestick, beat the crap out of Bayley. Yeah, went in here and still WWE Raw Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss. Next, we have a steel cage match for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championship. We have the Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff Hardy, going against Cesaro and Sheamus. Now, in a regular like steel cage match, typically you have the referee in the ring, and you win by either escaping the ring or pinfall or submission, right? This one, there was no referee in the ring. You had to like strictly win by escaping the ring, you know, escaping the cage and whatnot, right? And furthermore, both people in the team had to leave the cage. So if only one person left, you know what I mean, you still haven't won. So basically you have a 2-on-1 situation, which that's exactly what happened. Jeff Hardy got out the ring and whatever. Matt was still in the ring with Cesaro and Sheamus, and he was starting to get the beat down. They did a top rope double team, white noise and whatever, and they was beating him down like really bad. And yeah, Jeff Hardy had to go back in the ring, which if you go back in the ring after leaving, that basically washes away, you know, the fact that you got out there and whatever. So yeah, then it came the fact that Cesaro and Sheamus was like climbing the cage after Jeff Hardy did a top cage move rather, knocked himself out. They're leaving the cage. Matt sees the door open, so he drags Jeff at the same time, and it basically is a rat race and whatever. They're racing to see who gets out first. And your winners here, and new WWE Raw Tag Team Champions, Cesaro and Sheamus. They got out the rings first and whatever, and you basically see Matt and Jeff looking at them all distraught and whatever. Hopefully this leads into a feud between Matt and Jeff or whatever, like they did in TNA. You know, the whole thing was about Jeff being a spot monkey and whatever, and yeah, they'll probably do that here and have their own version of the Broken Universe like they did in TNA, Impact Wrestling, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, long story short, in this match, your winners and new Raw Tag Team Champions, Cesaro and Sheamus. Next we have, for the WWE Cruiserweight title, we have the champion, Neville, the king of the Cruiserweights, putting his title on the line against Austin Aries once again for like the 3rd time, I believe, and this is a submission match. Really good match. It lasted like at least like approximately like 20 minutes or so and whatever. Like, so they give this match a lot of time and whatever, right? But at the end, Neville hit his top rope finisher, the Red Arrow, right on Austin Aries' back, and like straight into that he went to the rings of Saturn and whatever, and like I didn't see it myself, but apparently Austin Aries tapped out. I seen him nod. I'll at least say that I seen him nod, yes, that he gave up, but I didn't see him tap out per se. But yeah, your winner here and still the WWE Cruiserweight Champion, Neville. And finally, the main event, the fatal 5-way Extreme Rules match, which had Bray Wyatt going against Finn Balor, going against Seth Rollins, going against Roman Reigns, going against Samoa Joe. Great match. Everybody hit their moves and whatever. Like, the barricade broke at one point. Someone went through it. The announce table at one point. Like, it was crazy and whatever. Steel chairs and whatever. Because, as you know, this is Extreme Rules, which is kind of odd to me. Because I kind of thought, like, regular Fatal 5-Way matches, there's really no disqualification. So, I don't know why they particularly try to say this is the first ever Extreme Rules one. But, yeah, long story short, at the end of the match, I forget who it was. I want to say it was, Bray Wyatt and whatever. He was in the ring and whatever, and Finn Balor is on top of the ropes and whatever, while Bray is down. I'm going to say Bray for conversation's sake, because I can't remember who. And he does his finisher, the coup de grace, and you see 1, 2, out of nowhere, Joe comes in, puts Finn Balor in his submission move, the I forget what it's called, the Takeda Clutch or whatever the hell it's called and whatever, and he's holding him. Everybody else is out. He's holding him. Finn's out. And you're winning here. And moving on to the next pay-per-view, god awful name, Great Balls of Fire to face the WWE Universal Champion for the WWE Universal Championship. You know, Brock Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate with Paul Heyman. So that match is set up now. So now you have, for Great Balls of Fire, you have Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar next pay-per-view. That was the best part of the whole night. Just because of that, I give the pay-per-view maybe a 9 out of 10. Because that was totally unexpected. I said in my prediction video, like, I wanted Joe to win, but, you know, more than likely it was going to be Roman Reigns and whatnot. Because that's, quote-unquote, the guy and whatever. But I guess they're saving that to WrestleMania. Because that's the rumored WrestleMania match. But, yeah, y'all. Comment down below and tell me, how did y'all feel about the pay-per-view and whatever. Was it good? Was it bad? Would you have done anything differently and whatever? You know what I mean? Comment down below. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And until next time, y'all. Peace.